So if you've been following this channel, you are pretty aware that I am someone who loves to travel. I have always been about that luxury travel life, and I would not trade it for anything in this world. And I don't think it was until this year that I began to realize that I could monetize my experience in the world of travel. I really didn't know. So I knew that I could capture my adventures and I could blog about them. I could, post on Instagram, but I really didn't know that there was a market out there for someone like me to travel and earn a living from it or make money from it or, pursue it as a part-time hustle. So I wanted to do this video to explain to you guys exactly how you can make money by traveling. What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ Richie Sky, back with another video. I am sitting out here in the backyard and I thought to myself, today's video has to be something special. As I'm preparing for my trip to Japan, I thought to myself, I really wanted to talk to you guys about how to sort of leverage travel to make money and earn passive income. And I don't know if it's really passive income, but I know that it's income that could be made over time once you put in the work initially, right? So let's talk about some of the ways in which you can start making money by traveling. So the first thing that you need to do is actually travel. I cannot stress this enough. I know that this is pretty much elementary, but at the same time, I think it needs to be said. It's through my experiences in traveling that has opened my mind to possibilities that I never even saw for myself before. I remember in 2014, that was when I first went to South Africa and I discovered the beauty of Cape Town. And I knew at that moment that it was my destiny to take people on travel adventures. But I didn't know how that would come about. And so I honestly just set it out into the universe to manifest. And sometimes when you are manifesting something, it doesn't happen right away. It could be days, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years. And in my case, it was years because that wasn't really my focus for such a long time. If you've been following my channel, you know that I left DC, moved to Los Angeles, moved to Miami. I was pursuing other adventures, but life has brought me back around to this travel space. And so I really think in 2024, during my trip to Switzerland and to Italy, I really began asking God, I was like, how can I leverage my experiences in the world of travel to take other people on travel adventures as well and to get paid to do so, right? And it wasn't until I actually was on the trip and I had the time and the space to really digest what it is that I wanted to do next in my career. It was then that my mind started to open to the possibility that travel could be the thing, right? So I say travel because you need to have the experience so that you can begin to capture the experience, so that you can understand what the experience brings to your life. Because how are you going to sell something that you don't already know about or that you aren't already heavily engaged in? So I would say the first step in starting work in the travel industry is to travel or at least have a love for travel. That doesn't mean that you have to travel internationally. That could be anywhere in the United States. You could be one of those people who has a goal to visit every single state in the United States of America. I know people who are doing that and they chronicle those adventures on Instagram. So the next step in my journey, as I check my handy dandy notebook, because I always write out my points here, is to post and write about your travels. For me, it began by honestly posting my experiences in Switzerland from an honest perspective. I had a day in Switzerland that absolutely changed my life. I actually haven't vlogged about it yet. I may post it I might post it this week. I just need to edit it. But it was really the most magical day. We went into the mountains to one of the highest peaks in Switzerland, and we ended up having lunch in this James Bond themed restaurant. It was just magical. And I had no idea what to expect at the start of that day. But by the end of the day, I knew that my life had been changed forever. Okay. So I wrote about those experiences. You can check my Instagram. You can go back and see the timeline of me writing about my travel experiences and posting about them. You can post about them on LinkedIn. You can write articles about your travels on a blog. You can chronicle your adventures on YouTube or on TikTok. You know, there are so many platforms out there for which you can actually put it out there into the universe and into the atmosphere that you are interested in the travel space and that you are currently traveling. You need to let people know, and you need to write about it, talk about it, vlog about it, blog about it. You need to start putting it out there so that people can learn from your experiences. That's the next step for me. Now, the next three things are where we really get into what could be deemed as monetization. I'm going to tell you about my experience. When I got back from Switzerland and Italy, I remember being connected with an organization that basically works with hosts to take their communities on travel excursions. You know, when I was introduced to Trova Trip, it was at the right time for me. I knew coming back from Switzerland and Italy that I wanted to engage in this travel industry. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be at the forefront of it with my community. So when offered the opportunity, I dove right in. You know, I met with the company. I checked out their reviews. I investigated them. I loved what they stood for. And within about a week, I was posting about my first travel excursion that we have coming up to Bali. It was that fast. It was that fast. And for me, you know, it's great because I now get paid to do what I love. And that is taking people around the world to expose them to parts of the world that they may have never experienced before. And I get to bond with my community in a way that I probably wouldn't have before, because you never really honestly get to know somebody until you have traveled with them. Well, I say two things always. You get to know people when they get mad at you, and you really get to know people when you travel with them, right? So if you guys hear some outside noise, there are some dogs barking in the distance, you know, it's nature, so it is what it is. I'm not editing this out of the video at all. All right, so for me, you know, it's great because, again, I get paid to host these travel excursions, and I absolutely love it. You know, this isn't something where we overcharge people. We come up with really good packages at really competitive rates so that it does make it easy for people to, you know, want to go on these excursions and experience everything that life has to offer. And the great thing about a company like Trova Trip is that they coordinate everything down to your email marketing, to the trip itinerary, everything. The only thing that you are in charge of is booking your flights. But that is where the next point comes into play, and that is becoming a licensed travel agent. Yes. See, if you work these things together and you basically kind of put all of these things to work in tandem, you can really begin to generate a lot of revenue in the travel industry. I ran across a TikTok post from a girl who travels, and she's making average about $10,000 per month working in the travel industry. And that's because she's doing it right. Now, I'm not sure of all of her methods, but I do know that, listen, people can post whatever they want to post, and you can just have to take it as you believe them or not. But because of my experiences and what I now know, I believe that it's possible. And so I'm just introducing to you a plan or a path forward if you want to also work in the travel industry or get paid for your travels. Now, in becoming a travel agent, the way that you can get paid is by obviously booking excursions, making itineraries, or even booking flights for people who want to travel. So one of the things that I could do as someone who works for or with Trova is when someone is looking to book their flight, if I wanted to book their flight for them to make it easier for them so that I can find them the best rate and then also get my own percentage, then I could do that as well. So becoming a licensed travel agent is something that I'm actually looking into as of today. I have a meeting in a couple of hours with one company, and then I'm looking at another company as well. I'll follow up with you guys in another video and let you know which company I actually land on, but I do know that this is something that I'm also planning to leverage, and I will take you guys on that journey. Now, the other thing that you guys can do is you could work with a company like Travel Payouts, where you recommend travel excursions or adventures or, you know, trips that you've gone on, and you post about it and you will get paid based on those recommendations. And that is something that I'm investigating right now. I have heard great things about Travel Payouts. I'll put the link in the description down below. I have, at this point in time, not getting any type of commission from it. I'm not an affiliate from it as of yet. This is something that I wanted to tell you guys about because I wanted to let you guys know all of the options that I have been researching so that you can also research them as well and take part in this global travel industry, which is continuing to grow by the day. Okay. So far we have 5 points. Obviously, number one, you want to be traveling. Number two, you want to write and post and video your travel experiences. Then you can work with an organization like Trova Trip. They're not the only ones in the industry. There are a couple more that I've also researched. I just happen to honestly magically get connected with them through my own resources, and I decided to work with them based on what I saw and the relationship that I built with them. You can also become a licensed travel agent. And finally, you can also work with a company like Travel Payouts, recommend travel, and then get paid based on your recommendations. Finally, I'm going to give you guys a bonus. If you are interested in monetizing your travel experiences, you could turn those travel experiences into an ebook. Lots of people make money from writing their own travel guides. If I wanted to learn more about, I don't know, let's say I've always wanted to go to Nairobi, and there was an influencer that I saw constantly posting about and writing about their experiences in Nairobi, and they had a travel guide for Nairobi, I'm definitely going to buy it because I can now cut down on the time that it would take to research what it is that I wanted to do when I got there. So for me, if I wanted to, one of the things that I could also do, and that I probably will, honestly, so that I can show you how it's done, is I could write my own travel guide on Cape Town or on Switzerland and make recommendations based on my own experiences. As you guys know, I do provide an ebook in a day course. It's linked in the description of this video. It's probably one of the best things that I've ever created because it allows you to learn how to write an ebook in a day. And I created a template for you so that you guys can actually plug and play, use the verbiage that's provided within, and write your own ebooks and sell them. All you really need in order to make money online and to monetize what you know is one product and a sales system. That's usually your email marketing or some way to capture emails so that you can continue to leverage the audience that perhaps doesn't buy, or maybe they do buy and they want to buy more of your travel guides. So that is how you can make money in the travel industry. Anything else that I find out after doing my research and having my meeting today, I will let you guys know because I want to capture the journey for you guys. That's the benefit of YouTube, is that once I learn, I can do a video on it and I can tell you guys all about it. All right. So listen, if you are interested in becoming a travel content creator or getting paid to travel or making money from your travels, this is the place for you. Okay. Subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell button, click the links in the description down below to learn more about the system that I have set up to leverage generating revenue and earning passive income so that I can continue to travel and get paid to do so. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.